Another gambling scandal rocks the sports world, this time in Major League Baseball. Let's talk about it. So, I don't want to get into a lot of it because as far as the case is concerned and the numbers and the betting, I don't know a lot of it. What I want to talk about specifically, because I know that Emmanuel Clase had a co-conspirator in fellow relief pitcher Luis Ortiz on the Guardians. But I want to focus on Clase because it's not about the betting itself, which is dumb, especially when your sport already has a precedent for a lifetime ban with a great player in Pete Rose. And when the betting stuff is being cracked down all around you in other sports. In the NBA, Jonte Porter has already received a lifetime ban. We've seen instances of betting in the NFL. And now, with the Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups stuff ongoing, wouldn't be surprised if they receive lifetime bans as well. You're going to go out here and do the exact same thing. Emmanuel Clase, what are you doing? Like, Luis Ortiz is involved in this too. I don't want to skip over that. But Emmanuel Clase is the big name here, and that's what I want to focus on. If convicted, and it looks like it will happen, Emmanuel Clase, along with Ortiz, is facing a minimum of 20 years in prison, a maximum of 65. And he has thrown everything away for a few $1,000s in kickbacks. This man was about to get paid. He was the top reliever in baseball. I know that he got suspended about halfway through the 2025 season, but that was the fourth year of a 5-year contract. And at the time, he was making, I believe, $4.5 million in 2025. So that was going to go up significantly. And now there's evidence that he withdrew $50,000 and he then gave $15,000 of that to a certain bettor who then used that $15,000 to place another bet on a rigged pitch from either Clase or Ortiz. And in one case, there was a bettor who won $11,000 after Clase agreed to throw a pitch slower than 98 miles an hour. And there are direct messages, screenshots, texts proving these exchanges. And while the amount of money that Clase received, or Ortiz for that matter, received for doing this is not known, it is known that he helped bettors win at least $400,000 in wages from rigging his pitches. So that's all I want to mention as far as the numbers. What I want to talk, because I don't know much beyond that. This story is moving fast, and there's a lot of information going out there. I just wanted to get on here and discuss it because it's serious. But beyond the money, as I mentioned, Clase is a top reliever. He had a chance to be one of the best relievers maybe in the history of baseball. He's played 5 years in Cleveland. He had a cup of coffee at the major league level towards the end of the 2019 season with the Texas Rangers before being traded to Cleveland for Corey Kluber. But since 2021, he has been consistently in the majors with the Guardians. And between 2022 and 2024, he was truly dominant. He is a 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-MLB First Team, 2023 All-MLB Second Team, 2-time AL Reliever of the Year, and 3-time Saves Leader. That's about as dominant a stretch as we've seen from a closer in decades. And he's thrown it all away for what I can tell is only a few $1,000s. The numbers I've heard that he received are remarkably low for what he was risking. And now he's probably going to be in jail for at least the next 20 years. And less severely, but banned forever from playing Major League Baseball. That's probably going to happen whether he goes to jail or not. Just because Major League Baseball, and especially now all sports leagues, have zero tolerance for this. So Emmanuel Clase's career is over today. It is not looking good for staying out of jail anyway, but his career is over today. He's 27 years old, and he's probably going to jail for the majority of his life at this point. For a few $1,000s for a spiked pitch, is it worth it? You're living so many people's dream. You're playing a game for a living. You're playing it at the highest level, and you're one of the best people who does it. We know that's not everything. We've seen in the NFL that there's a lot of other struggles that can creep up, so when it looks like you're on top of the world, you're not. But this, as opposed to that, is not about needing help. It's about being selfish and greedy and saying, I am set up. I've got everything I wanted, but it's not enough. But I want to cheat the system. I claim to love this game, but I want to cheat it. I want to mar it, make it dirty. Like, this is spitting in the face of the game that so many of your teammates and opponents and fellow baseball players love and would do anything for. To throw one more pitch, to have one more at bat, to see one more day in that uniform. And you threw it away at 27 for a couple $1,000. Do what you want to, but this is bad. This is on the level of Pete Rose from the standpoint of Pete Rose was done playing by the time he was banned, but from the standpoint of the kind of player that Emmanuel Clase was and could have been. As I said, from 22 to 24, he obviously didn't finish out the 25 season, but from 22 to 24, he was the best reliever in baseball. He had the awards to prove it. 3-time AL assist saves leader, 22, 23, and 24. Reliever of the year in 22 and 24. There was no one better than him for 3 years, and it was just getting started. And someone got in his ear. I'm not blaming this person, though this person should be blamed as well, because you can say no. Someone got in his ear, said, you want to make a couple more $1,000? You want just a little bit more icing on that cake? The cake that so many people want a piece of and can't? On a personal note, because of physical limitations, I could never play baseball. And that's all that I wanted for so long growing up. To put on the uniform one time. One time. Not to play. Although, gosh, I would have loved that. But just to put on a uniform. To look at it and see a number and to see my name and to live the dream. I'd do it for free. But because of physical limitations, I never got that opportunity. So, if I sound pissed off because someone at the top level of the top league, at the top of his game, is throwing it away for... He wasn't a struggling reliever. He was about to get paid. His contract was going to be up after next season, and he was going to be the highest paid reliever maybe ever. Wouldn't have surprised me in Major League Baseball at 28. And now he's going to jail. So if I'm a little angry at your selfishness and your complete disregard for baseball, I'm not trying to pretend that baseball is this holy ground where nothing bad ever happens. We have evidence of Pete Rose. And evidence and strikes that have marred the game at times. But that doesn't take away from the love that players and fans have. And I have a shirt from a TV show that I filmed a couple of years ago. I'm not wearing it right now, but it's the picture of a baseball field. And on the space where the outfield is located, it says Sanctuary. And for so many people like me who never got the chance, and for so many fans, and for so many players, that's what baseball is. It is a sanctuary, a safe place, a dream realized or not realized. It is something they look at with the innocence of a child, and you ruined it, and you screwed it up. And I'm still going to tune in on opening day in 2026, and I'm going to say, thank goodness it's back. This does not change how I look at the game. It does, however, forever change the way that I look at people like Emmanuel Clase. And I know on my channel and in blog post form, I have advocated for Pete Rose in the past. And maybe in my emotion at this moment, I am rethinking that. And that situation is different. But I and so many other people love this game so much. If I had the opportunity to step on a field, even at 33 years old, I'd do anything to do it. And you just walked off for the last time because you chose to cheat it. So I hope you get the harshest penalty. I hope that you get the full punishment, the full 65 years, because they have evidence that you agreed to this, and they have evidence that you kicked it back. And I didn't mean to make this a personal thing about me. I really didn't. But it's hard for me to hear this story. And it's hard for me to look at a 27-year-old at the top of his game, at the top of the league at what he did, mere months away from being maybe the highest paid reliever in Major League Baseball history. And you get caught for gambling when you're watching everyone around you go down for the same thing. And yes, I know that some things in the case date back to 2023. So it's not like you could have seen what happened to Chauncey Billups or Terry Rozier or Jonte Porter cut bait and be completely clean. But you could have stopped. You could have come clean. You could have said, hey, I used to do this, but we're done now. Taking your punishment, it probably wouldn't have been as bad for you. But you didn't stop. You didn't stop. You were completely okay with saying, forget what this game has done for me. Forget how much I claim to love it. A few $1,000s are worth it because I probably won't get caught. I'm probably good. Those guys got caught, but that's not me. Makes me sick. So many people would play this game for free. That's how much they love it. I plan to say more, but as I said, I didn't mean for this to get about, others and fans and things, but I've told my story a lot on this channel before, and so those of you who have been around for a while shouldn't be surprised that this kind of thing really frustrates me. So until the next video, which will be a lot more chipper than this, I'm Roman Gennaro. This is Empire Sports Talk. Come back and see us so we can laugh and have joy about sports again. I'll see you on the next one.